Hey there guys, Slyfox Kynyo here. You might have recognized this, wow. You guys might recognize this already from my original playthrough of the Destiny stream, if you watched the stream with no voiceover. But this is just going to be my commentary on what you can expect if you go out and you buy Destiny 2. I've played through the whole game. The only thing I have not done in the game yet is the raid. We have done part of the raid, but not all of it, so I can't claim to have the ending of the raid done yet because I have not done it. But I've done the Nightfall Strikes, everything else. I've played a little bit in the Crucible, so I've touched everything else that's currently in-game. And I've touched the raid, I just haven't finished it. So, let's get into what I think about Destiny 2, and then we can go from there. So, looking at the combat in Destiny, I play as a hunter, so traditionally that's a very high damage dealing at range class with very high accuracy. Not as high damage dealing as a warlock, but not quite as tanky as your titan. So, the combat really hasn't changed all that much. I still feel like hunters are very fluid, very dynamic, and as you can see, like, you're still working off of your headshots. Now, in the recording that you actually see here, I was actually just about to push into level 20, and you can see that all the gear mechanisms and everything else really haven't changed too much. You're still doing comparisons a lot, you still get gunsmith materials, you still get all the stuff that you're used to, but now it's all consolidated into a much smaller field, so that when you go back to the tower or the forest, wherever you are currently in the game, you're able to get more things done. As far as your favorites from the subclasses, all of the subclasses have changed. You're now not looking at the same set of subclasses that you had in Destiny 1, but their functionality is pretty much the same. You still have something equivalent to the Gunslinger, equivalent to the Nightwalker, and equivalent to the Blade Dancer. They just all have slightly different pros and cons. Like for me personally, I love my throwing knife as the Blade Walker, however, that is not currently as useful of a tool as it was in Destiny 1, as you no longer get the double throwing knives, but you do get it back immediately after critical, provided you have that perk equipped. That takes me to another thing that I really would like to talk about, and that is how the perks or the subclasses are divided in this game. So, when you start looking at the subclasses, as you can see here, the subclasses are now divided up into three main categories. On the far left, you have the things that are actually primary to the subclass, which you have your grenade, your jumping mechanism, and in this case, a special move that binds to circle, which for the hunter is a dodge. You will also see that you have a different set of schemas that you can build your gunslinger to. So you see that top grip, the way of the outlaw, and then the bottom group, which is something else. And so being able to change between those groups can change how you play your gunslinger depending on what type of mechanisms you're actually looking for. I find this to be a very, very, very helpful tool, and it makes Destiny 2 much more adaptable with subclasses than Destiny 1, because now you can have one subclass, but two different variations and builds for different things. So it might be more PvP focused versus PvE focused, or it might just be that you like one better than the other. It could be very simple. It could take a subclass that you're not normally too fond of and make it one that you actually really enjoy playing. I think this is a really good change in Destiny 2, and I look forward to see how it develops later with other classes. Of course, any conversation of Destiny wouldn't be complete with the conversation of what happens after you reach level 20. So, in this game particularly, just as in all of the other ones, once you reach level 20, you've hit your level cap, and you are now working on with light level grinding. Your light level is available to you at the entirety of the game, as you can see in the top right corner where it says power. Now, I was at light level 194 as I hit my max level, but that quickly shoots up, very, very quickly. By probably an hour after finishing this part of the recording, I was pushing 220, 230. The current light level max in the raid is somewhere in the 305 mark if you have two of the 310 weapons equipped. Most of the light level max equipment is level 300. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at light levels. Now, the one thing that has changed since Destiny 1 is now you get a bright enneagram for every time you level up. And these bright enneagrams are actually things that you trade in at the tower for aesthetic things. The same things that you could buy with silver, which is the actual cash currency, the real world bought currency for Destiny 2. Of course, you don't need microtransactions in a game to make it fun, and you get these things by leveling up anyway, so you can get the same things that everyone else wants to pay for as long as you want to grind for them, which I think is a fair trade. Of course, no conversation about Destiny is complete without looking at the world map, or the super map. Now, here I have not unlocked the raid or the Nightfall Strike, or any of the strikes yet. But as you can see, this is the world map as a whole with all of the main characters. So you've got 5 main planets plus the Crucible plus the strikes plus the raid, which makes 8 total locations for you to visit as part of Destiny. Each planet I have found to be very unique, very fun, not necessarily as large as I might have been hoping, but different than what they used to be. So all in all, it is a very good adaptation. It is a good sequel. It's more of the same, but in a good way. If you enjoyed Destiny 1, I highly, highly recommend Destiny 2. So thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you guys choose to check out this game yourself. If you do and you have PlayStation, hey, add me. You can see my name is Kynyo, Kynyo. Go ahead and shoot me an invite. Who knows? I could always use more good people on our fire team. So thank you all very much for watching. Remember, through gaming, we can change the world. Slyfox out.